Good evening, Internet. The Real Shroom here, and we are on the edge of eternities. Rotation is almost upon us, and I'm still working on that perfect aggro control deck, which is where I want to be when rotation happens and standard is anew. So I'm playing some standard Black Wizard Burn tonight. What is Black Wizard Burn? Let's take a look. So we are an aggressive Mardu deck that is combining aggro creatures, aggro bodied creatures with lots of burn spells and interaction and pinging effects. I do love my pinging effects, by the way. That is the archetype of like pings is a pet deck of mine. So let's go through our creatures first. We start on one with Veteran Survivor, just my 1-drop Savannah Lion of choice in standard because it hates on graveyards, and graveyard decks are very strong and will be very strong going forward as well. One of Cecil Dark Knight, that's another 1-mana threat, could easily be more copies, but for tonight I'm just playing the one because there's another card that I wanted to try out. Just a 2/3 Death Touch, good body for the rate, that eventually flips over to a 4/4 lifelink. Even better when you consider that it only costs one mana to actually put on the battlefield. So Cecil definitely belongs in this deck. Then for 2 mana we've got our Piggy Banks, which I'm a fan of this card. It's aggressively bodied, it leaves a token behind, a treasure token behind when it dies, which is great because we're a 3-color deck in a format that has, you know, not the greatest mana. And having that extra treasure can mean letting us play an extra burn spell, or letting us kick a Coruscating Mage, or you know, ramping us into our 4-drop. It's just really good to have that added value. And then we are playing a one of Hazoret Godseeker, which I want to try out. Since we're a deck that's very heavy on burn spells, I feel like it's going to be easy to trigger start your engines. And if you can get your engines up to max speed, a 2-mana 5/3 Indestructible actually seems like a good threat in standard. You know, it survives all of the sweepers except for exile based sweepers, which we'll see how popular those are, but it's very hard to get rid of. It's big for the mana value. We're gonna give it a try. Also, in the early game, it can help us get through attacks with our Veteran Survivors, which is nice if our opponent happens to have a blocker, to be able to get through and still continue exiling cards from their graveyard. Then we got the 4 of Coruscation Mage, our Otter Wizards, which we can kick for 4 mana to create a 1/1 copy of this 2/2 that whenever we cast a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. It's our primary pinger. We have lots of those. Final Fantasy has sort of a sub-theme of Black Wizards, which are like little token creatures that ping when you cast non-creature spells. So combined with our Coruscation Mage, that's going to add up to a lot of extra damage in the long run, I believe. And then we've got our Charming Scoundrels also on 2, very versatile piece that can make us treasures, can let us cycle our hand. We don't have a lot of like card draw or card selection, or it can just be a 2/2 hasty creature for 2. So I like the versatility and toolboxy nature of this card for this deck. And then we got a one of Heartflame Duelist, which is just a bad burn spell on the adventure side, and a 3/1 that makes our instant sorceries have lifelink. Somewhat relevant ability on the creature side. I do like adventure creatures of this ilk that are spells and creatures on the same card, because our deck cares about spells because we're playing lots of pinging effects like Coruscation Mage and Black Wizards, which trigger on non-creature spells being cast. So the fact that this is a burn spell staple to an aggressive body that maybe can gain us life too, it actually is great. I actually really like this card, and I play it in a lot of Boros-based burn decks. And then we've got Summon Choco / Mog making another appearance here as like, it's like Banished Marshal, right? It's 3 mana for a 3/3 that gives all your other creatures +1/+0. So yeah, I liked the way this performed in my Hateful Aggro deck that I played last week. So I think this is another case where the burst damage this provides is going to be really relevant. You know, we're going to be pinging our opponent a bunch, burning them in the face here and there, accumulating bits and pieces of chip combat damage as we go. So being able to just drop this on the battlefield at a key critical turn, get in some attacks from all of our wizard tokens, which are 0/1s, but the Choco makes them actually able to attack and inflict damage. I think this is going to catch some people by surprise in some games and get us some wins. And then finally at 4, we've got our Kuja Genome Sorcerer. Is a 3 mana, his 4 mana for a 3/4. At the beginning of your end step, he creates a 0/1 Black Wizard creature token that pings whenever we cast a non-creature spell. Then if you control 4 more wizards, transform him. So if we have another wizard on the battlefield, he almost flips right away, but he creates a wizard token, you know, a pinging wizard token. And if we ever have 4, which actually isn't that hard for our deck to accumulate, he flips into a 4/6 that makes all of our wizard pings double their damage, basically. So really good for 4 mana. I think it's good to include a couple of copies of this. And then we've got like our burn spells and our interaction. We're Mardu, so we got plenty of good stuff to choose from. We've got Burst Lightning and Bolt Wave as 1 mana spells that can go to the face. Duress is just a great card in Standard right now. We're playing black, so when you're playing black, you have access to these cards. It's just good to play these cards. They really will make your deck work a lot better. Then we've got our Lightning Helixes, of course. We've got our Boros Charms. We've got a Lightning Strike, which looks a little strange. But the reason why I'm playing this over, say, another Burst Lightning is because I want to be able to kill 1-for-1 a Fear of Missing Out. Like, if I'm on the draw and I play my Veteran Survivor turn 1 and my opponent plays Fear of Missing Out, then on turn 2, my Veteran Survivor can't attack into the Fear of Missing Out. But if I have like a Lightning Strike, I can kill the Fear of Missing Out, attack with the Veteran Survivor, and actually exile the FOMO right then and there on that turn, removing enchantment and creature from the graveyard to mess with Domain and Unidex. So I think I want stuff that can do 3 damage. Of course, all of our burn spells go to the face, needless to say. We got a Bitter Triumph as a bit of black creature removal. We've got a couple of Cornered by Black Mages as a Edict effect that creates a Black Wizard token when we do it for 3 mana. And we've got Inevitable Defeat. How could we not play this card in this deck? It's exile-based non-land permanent removal, can't be countered. Also has a Lightning Helix stapled to it. You know, bolt you in the face for 3, kill your non-land permanent, exile it, can't be countered. What's not to like in a deck like this? And then we've got a 1 of Circle of Power, which is just a draw 2, we lose 2, but it also creates a Black Wizard token and makes it so that our wizards get +1/+0 and lifelink until the end of the turn. Again, it's not great. You know, 4 is probably more than we want to be paying for a card like this, but it can create a surprise attack with our wizard tokens, and it just draws us 2 cards. With a little bit of card selection can't hurt. Total of 23 lands in the deck, which is plenty for our mana value, and considering that we create treasure tokens with our piggy banks and our charming scoundrels, we're playing the full 4 of Lindblum Industrial Regency in our mana base, which is just an adventure. It's like a, you know, it's a dual land. We can play it as an instant. It's cool that this is an instant because it also triggers, you know, all of our wizards and whatnot to ping our opponent to create a black wizard token. So awesome. Dual functionality on a land, always welcome. It does make the mana base a little tricky. So our mana base is a hodgepodge of different stuffs, trying very hard to make as many lands into the battlefield untapped as possible, as early as possible, and as often as possible. Sideboard contains Duress number 3 as well as 2 Intimidation Tactics, so we can cater our discard suite to whatever it is we're facing. A 1 of Fire Magic is there against token decks. It hurts us too because we are playing Savannah Lions, but sometimes you just need to clear out all those tokens, and Fire Magic is just the best tool against clearing out a bunch of bunny token, human tokens, you know, that kind of thing that will crop up in those white token decks. A couple of exercises are great against lots of different stuff. They're good against all the enduring creatures, enduring curiosity, enduring innocence, great against unholy annex. Just a very, very, very good removal spell in standard right now. 3 High Noon, we can board in against the VV decks. We are, you know, red and white, so we can trigger the Lava Axe mode of it, of course. 1 Get Lost, just there against additional, you know, mid-range decks, additional creature removal. A couple of Rest in Pieces and a Strategic Betrayal. Our Graveyard Hate, Strategic Betrayal, of course, also kills creature. We can bring those 3 cards in to shore up our Veteran Survivors against the Graveyard decks, and a couple of Voice of Victory as a hate piece against control decks and decks that want to play at instant speed a lot. This is just a very, very good card. I feel like any white deck can main board this, but it's just not aggro enough really, so that's why we're putting it in the side. So that is the plan. We're going to get on the board early, we're going to play lots of burn spells, and ping our opponent like crazy as we play them with all of our 0/1 Black Wizard tokens and all of our Otter Wizards as well. So let's see if we can't do a little pinging and garner some victories in almost post-rotation, edge of post-rotation standard. And if you like off-meta MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Grim Karan. Karen? Is that how that's pronounced? Be our first opponent here on the edge of Eternity standard. And that's a 0-lander, so we got a mulligan. Okay, we have our colors, so we can keep this and bottom one of these lands, I guess, and play one of these lands. Burnout Astronaut. Okay. We will play a Swamp and we'll pass. Would love for them to spend their mana trying to boost this Bastronaut. Runevelt Horde Master. Okay. Well, we're killing that. So they exile this Dropkick Bomber, which they can play. Okay, so I might have to bolt that. Otherwise, I would love to just make a Wizard. Let's pass. Cacophony Scamp. Another Bastronaut. Okay. Those things have double strike when they get up to max speed. Alright, let's make a Wizard token, which they're gonna get next turn. I think I need to play this Scoundrel and just make a treasure. Defaced Gallery. Whenever you attack, attacking creatures get +1/+0 to the end of the turn. Okay. More Defaced Galleries. Alright, let's get rid of one of these Bastronauts. Alright, we'll block the Double Striker. I guess like this. This thing has Menace. Okay. So we're losing our board. Okay, we get to corner them with Dark Mages. So sack your Scamp. I get it as Black Wizard. Play this land. Oh, I didn't realize you could actually play the land side after. It's like an adventure. It is an adventure. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was like an omen or something. So what happens when you do this? Exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them to the end of your next turn. That's pretty good. We're not going to block. Piggy Bank. Alright, let's Bolt Wave you. Play a Piggy Bank. Krinko. Another Restless Lackey. Okay, we're gonna block one of these Restless Lackeys, I think. Lightning Helix. That's a good one. Yeah, I think we are just killing Krinko before it can do anything. We're taking 6, it looks like. Goblin Surprise. Boros Charm. Okay. Cool, we got goblins. So we want Fire Magic. I think we want High Noon, actually. I think. And Intimidation Tactics. I think Exercise, we could bring in at least one copy of. These are all cards we're potentially interested in. Inevitable Defeat is just too slow. Boros Charm and Bolt Wave. I think we need to focus on cards that kill their stuff before we worry about going to face. I think we are going to bring in Get Lost, though, because it's good against them. Lose a Duress, Hazaret, Kuja. Maybe we'll lose one Coruscating Mage. We gotta mull that one lander, unfortunately. Okay, this we can keep. We don't have white mana, but we'll find it. I don't think we need 2 High Noons. I don't think we need another one of those lands. We need white mana, please. Restless Lackey. White mana is what we need, please. Alright, we will kill that raid goblin. Charming Scoundrel. I think we play the Scoundrel and get... I think we make it a 2/2. Perhaps we should have gotten a treasure there, but I want to have a 2/2. Scamp. Horde Master. We'll take 2. Lightning Helix. Oh man, we really should have just made a treasure. Okay. Another Restless Lackey. Another Lord. Well, I guess we're double blocking. Krinko Mob Boss, we draw another white card that we can't cast. Alright. Well, I think we're done for. We can block 8 creature, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then we still take 7 damage, so we're actually dead. Alright, well, really cool aggro deck, goblin deck from our opponent there compared to our clunky mana. They got us. Mikey Boy, the standard bearer, is our next opponent. We'll be on the play. Cool, we got a turn 1 Cecil. Got our colors, we can keep this. Play Cecil. Opponent leads on Mountain. Alright, let's attack with Cease. Do some surveilling. More Lightning Helixes. Yeah, I like Lightning Helix. We have a Scoundrel, so we'll get a treasure. Glimpse the Core. Okay, their ramp deck. All sorts of huge stuff. Certainly want them to die before that stuff hits. Alright, I think I want just a 2/2 hasty. get wicked. There's the Overlord. Gonna ramp them so they can play this roaming throne next turn. Let's go ahead and bolt wave you. Invasion of Zendikar. Someone's not playing rotation proof. And I think this is game. Helix? Okay. So a ramping dinosaur deck, it looks like. I think we want intimidation tactics. Perhaps get lost. Probably all we need. All of our burn will be good. Cut. Burst lightning. Actually cornered by black mages. Try that. Alright, we've got duress into Coruscation Mage or Piggy Bank. Keep. Another duress is good. Maybe. Duress. Invasion. 2 invasion of Zendikar's 2 giant creatures. Intrepid Paleontologist, I love that card. So I guess we want to duress them now. So they can't ramp. Alright, Fabled Passage, let's play a Piggy Bank. Alright, they're at 5. We're gonna go get a mountain. Okay. Let's attack with our piggy. Get our speed up. Alright, we're gonna kick this Coruscation Mage. So we get 2 Otter Wizards. They're up to 6, so they're almost at Itali mana. Attacking with their Paleontologist, so gotta be a sweeper here, I would imagine. But I'm not gonna block, just in case there isn't. They might have just been trying to block me to bait. Brotherhood's in, yeah. Alright, we get a treasure. inevitable defeat. Alright, let's play a piggy bank. Circle of Power. Attack with our piggy. Play Circle of Power. Intimidation tactics. Can yoink Italy? One of those. I don't need to spend my treasure to do it though. It's gonna pass. Okay. We'll pass. Coruscation Mage. Let's kick the Coruscation Mage. Intimidation tactics. Ping 3 times. We'll take Italy, I guess. And that's it. All right. Managed to get in underneath the Gruul Dino deck. GG's. Ovalado is our next opponent. We are on the draw. And the 10 looks okay. We've got our colors, got tap lands, but it's gonna happen. Zaz's Chocobo. Okay, this could be the Landfall deck, which would be very scary. Lightning Helix. I don't know if it's going to be fast enough. I think we're looking for land. We already have a Lightning Helix and a Lightning Strike. Finding a land would be terrific. Another Chocobo. Both go to 2/3, so that's kind of the nut. That is a little bit of a problem. We draw a tap land. Okay. They are tap land. Play Savannah Lion. Now to play another land, we probably just lose. We'll see. Ordeal of Nylea. When this creature attacks, put a counter on it, but it has 3. Sacrifice this. Okay, well, opponent had the Stone Cold Nuts there, and we're dead. Okay. We can't beat a 6/7 and a 5/6. That was just on their turn 3. Strategic Betrayal. Get Lost. Maybe Exercise if they're a big green deck, and Intimidation Tactics. Duress probably isn't going to be as good. We'll cut a Bolt Wave and a Boros Charm. Really thinking about dealing with their board. Cut Hazarets. Yeah, I think we'll cut the Bolt Waves and the Boros Charms. Try this. Zero Lander, we got to mulligan that. Well, if they don't go off quite as hard as they did that time, this is okay. It actually doesn't have a removal spell. if they get a turn 1 Chocobo. I'm gonna keep, though. And we'll bottom... Inspiring Vantage, I guess? Raucous Theater. I'm looking for removal spells. Please no turn 1 Chocobo. Llanowar Elves, okay. Slightly better. Alright, let's Intimidation Tactics. Traveling Chocobo or Tifa? Well, we definitely want to take Tifa. They're both really good. Alright, we draw lands. It's not really what we're looking for. We need action. Well, let's play a pig. Yeah, that card's really good. It makes all of their landfall triggers double trigger. We just draw land. Alright, let's attack with our piggy. We're just gonna play this, I think, as a 2/2. I should have looted. I should have looted, actually. Hard-hitting questions. Okay. Burst lightning. Alright, pretty sure we want to just kill that Chocobo. I mean, there's no reason not to kick this, right? Just in case for some reason they have like a toughness booster on the Chocobo or something. Ordeal of Nylea. Starting town. Okay. It's getting silly. Piggy gets in. There's Tifa. Then if it has 3 or more counters on it, sacrifice this Aura. We just draw more land. Well, we're not going to win if we just draw lands every turn. Yeah, I think we needed to draw some kind of interaction at some point, and we didn't. We drew 1 Burst Lightning. Llanowar Elves. So, are we dead here? I think so. Four. Yeah, they can make Tifa big enough that it's lethal. Then it has 3 or more, sack it. So Tifa's gonna get doubled at least twice more. Yeah, we're just dead. Lord Azorius, the Initiate, with their Chandra avatar, will be on the play. And we have decent mana and stuff we can do, we'll keep. Play this as a red source. Alright, I think we need to get white mana. FOMO. Discards a land. Concealed courtyard. Okay. I think I'll play my piggy bank. Core Scholar. They have an Oculus and a Helping Hand. That could be very bad for us. FOMO and Inti. Do I want to block this FOMO? I think so. Let's block. Get our treasure token. We'll pass. I think I just want to kick my Coruscation Mage. Inti. Alright, I want to kill Inti before they attack. Pinging for 2. Helping Hand on a FOMO. Okay. We draw a card we can't cast. I could just Helix this Steam Cord Scholar and attack for 3. Ping them for 2 as well. That seems like not a terrible option. I can pay for Spell Pierce. let's just do that. Joshua. So their graveyard deck, no doubt about it. I mean, we knew that from their fear of missing outs. So they are going to get to double attack here. Charming Scoundrel. I'm going to play Charming Scoundrel. Let's make a treasure. Cornered by black mages. Ping you. Edict you. Make a wizard. No attacks. Another Steam Core Scholar. I don't like the way they're looking at my creatures. Gonna torch my Coruscation Mage, okay. Helping hand a Steam Cord Scholar. Kuja actually will flip. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's play Kuja. No attack. We'll flip it to a 4/6 that doubles all of our wizard pings. That's a lot of damage. Profs. Cycling their Mako. As a vigilance veteran survivor. All right, let's bolt you in the face, ping you for a bunch, down to 2. Play this veteran survivor. I can give it haste. And we'll attack like this. And with a lightning strike in our hand, I'm feeling pretty cozy. Oh, this thing has lifelink. Uh-oh. And that's game. So, yeah, we definitely want Rest in Peace. We want Strategic Betrayal. We want Intimidation Tactics. And we want Get Lost. Do we want High Noon? High Noon's pretty good against them also. Cut Duress. Bolt Wave and a Charm. Maybe Burst Lightning. I think we want a couple of exercises here. We'll cut Akuja, Hazaret, Heartflame Duelist, Choco Mog, Circle of Power, and one Veteran Survivor. It's a one lander, a red land also. I think we got a mulligan, unfortunately. Too bad, we had good cards. Okay. This is a little better. We'll keep in bottom Bolt Wave. Need some tech. Opponent mulls to 5. Inti. Well, I think we need to kill Inti, probably, right? I'd love to get down my piggy bank. Yeah, I'm gonna play my piggy bank. We'll get them, let them get one trigger off Inti if they want it. Crofts. Torch. Well, alright. So we have to kill Inti here. Just do it now. I suppose, nah, we don't want to wait for a trigger. They could have, like, Spell Pierce or something. Cornered by black mages. Well, I could play this land to try to double kick the Coruscation Mage next turn. Or I could just play a Coruscation Mage this turn and play a Black Mage next turn. Possibly. Yeah, I want to get down my Coruscation Mage now. probably have a removal spell for the otter. Pyroclasm. Okay. Recommission the Inti. Where's my black mana? Alright, well, Inti might run away with this one. I think what I'm gonna do is make a mage. There's a Mako. Alright, make a mage. Coruscation Mage. I think we'll play a Coruscation Mage. Play that tap land. Pass. FOMO. Gonna give the counter to Inti. Okay. Sure. Go ahead. Well. Yep. Putting entries counter on the Mako. Okay, we'll bolt it. Pingy for 2. I'm gonna take 5. Raucous Theater. Lightning Helix. I think Lightning Helix is going to be really good for us. Yep, they get to do their stuff. So we'll make our stuff indestructible. Hanging for 2. They can do their stuff, but we can just block and take no damage. This thing tramples. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's play Cecil. Sheltered by ghosts. I think that's going to be enough. Well, let's see what they do. The Cecil. Okay. Yeah, that's going to get us, I think. There's nothing I can do about that. Alright, yeah, they got down that Inti early. Just snuck it in, and that's what got us. Okay, let's bring back in Veteran Survivor. We've got our exercises. We've got the cards we want. I guess I want Burst Lightning to be able to kill Inti. Okay, let's cut Bolt Wave. Let's get our Heartflame Duelist back in. Cut a High Noon. Actually, we'll just cut the High Noons. I think we just need to control the battlefield. Alright. Yeah, our mana's beautiful. We're definitely keeping this. Okay. Let us... Intimidation Tactics, turn 1. Marauding Mako. Profs. Joshua. Take the Mako. Helix. Alright, let's duress. Do we take Torch the Tower or Profs? Profs is better for them long term. Torch does kill a Coruscation Mage right away. I think it's Profs. We'll just wait till we can kick our Coruscation Mage. Alright, let's play Scoundrel. Look at treasure. Opponent debating whether they want to torch this. They do? Sure, that's fine. So it would be a little scary if they have an Oculus and they play this guy and discard it. Haven't managed to find any of our graveyard hate these games. Sure, there's Joshua. Didn't draw that many cards. What did they discard? A land? Okay. Shadowy Backstreets. More Helixes. Like, Lightning Helix is a good card, right? It's gonna be good. I'm just gonna keep it. Let's kick our Coruscation Mage. Pyroclasm. We draw Helix. FOMO. Alright, let's Helix the FOMO. I want to wait till they tap 5 mana to try to activate that. And we just draw land. Alright. Come on, deck. Coruscation Mage. Alright, let's kick that. Now I don't have the mana to deal with this. Could be a little scary. They could flip this. Attack for 4. 5, 6 because of the Saga trigger. 7, 8, 9 because I probably have to Bitter Triumph it. A little sketchy. Helping hand on a FOMO. Okay, so they don't have the mana to flip Joshua now. We're just gonna take 3. You have another Pyroclasm? Opponent, come on. You can do it. Okay, they just cast an Occulus. Well, we never managed to find any of our graveyard hate. So that is unfortunate. So what am I to do here? Do I double burn spell the Occulus? Probably. Good pinging, but our board is not looking so great, nor is our life total. Inti. Well, we gotta kill something, so I guess it's gonna be this guy. But we just can't beat their board. They don't have Delirium. Creature, land, enchantments. Guess we're just taking 4. Cecil. Play Cecil. Steam Core. Not liking the look of this. They have a sheltered by ghosts. Alright, GG's. Ah, man. Asu Devil, or perhaps ASU Devil, the ambitious, will be our final opponent, will be on the play. And yeah, our hand looks pretty good. We'll keep. Lead on our surveil land. Cornered by black mages. Yeah, we like that. Alright, Vantage Piggy Bank. So, Jund. Complete with lots of surveilling. I think I'll just play a Coruscation Mage. Bramble Familiar. Let's go ahead and kill that. Do a little pinging. I think I want to just create another wizard. I could play this and then play Kuja next turn. Is that better than playing another wizard instant speed? It probably is, actually. We have a Restless Anchorage. Trumpeting Carnosaur. Kills my Coruscation Mage. Alright, so they're a big mana deck. Now, Duress is pretty tempting to play. But I think I just want to play this guy. Make some mages. Invasion of Alara. So they can cast a 4-drop. Mill 7 cards, then put a creature enchantment card from your among them onto the battlefields. Okay. So they got to cheat in this dinosaur. Yeah, they pretty much went off there. But we might still get them. Maybe not. Let's Duress. Ping you. Herd Migration. Means I have no black mana available. Yeah, I'm definitely dead. This is also a Trampler. Okay. So, Combo City over there. Give me Duress. Give me Intimidation Tactics. High Noon, I think, shuts down their Cascade stuff. So, Burst Lightning's not going to do much. Lightning Strike's not going to do much. Actually, I think I like Burst Lightning more than Bolt Wave. Let's cut a Kuja, a Boros Charm, and Hazaret. Okay, here we can Duress turn 1. And that's all we can do. Yeah, I don't think that's good enough. Full mulligan. We can do better than that. Okay, here we can duress. And we can play our other cards too. Keep. I think double duress is going to be good. So I'm going to put away Blazemire Verge. Alright, let's duress. Herd migration. Starting town. Let's get rid of Virtue of Persistence. Alright, play our piggy bank. Tapped red source. Alright, let's play Charming Scoundrel as a 2/2 haste. Alright. Looks like we managed to trip him up pretty well. They also just didn't draw land number 3. We'll get our second black source. Kick the Coruscation Mage. Alright, attack with everything. Okay, we were fast enough to punish their slow draw, and I think we just do that again. Alright, we do have good cards. High Noon, Inevitable Defeat, Lightning Helix. These are all good cards. Let's keep. We can even cast all our cards. Play this tap red source. Alright, we'll play High Noon. Verge. Let's play a piggy bank. Piggy bank is down. We get a treasure. Starting town. I think we just play a 2/2 haste. Let's cycle another Carnosaur. Helix. We're just gonna create a wizard token. You do have Inevitable Defeat up. Alright, let's create a wizard, black wizard. Okay. We are ready. Let's Helix, just to get a ping. More Carnosaurs being cycled. Well, we do get off one ping. Piggy! Opponent's not drawing their green source. There they go. Alright, Piggy. Get in there. Opponent's at 12. We do have the Lava Axe. I'll keep it Charming Scoundrel. Herd migration. Invasion of Alara. You cannot cast anything. So, what is this gonna do? Mill 7 cards, then put a creature from among them onto the battlefield. Do I need to kill this? I don't think so. You've got a charming scoundrel. Let's get hasty. Virtue persistence on our piggy. Sure. We get a treasure. Let's helix you in the face. Shadowy backstreets. Do we need another a Lindblum to make us a mage? Yeah, sure, why not? Attack for 2. Now we can just make this mage, even though they have nothing to sack. Polani's Hatcher. Okay, and we got there, I think. With inevitable defeat. Your defeat is inevitable. We also helix you in the face and ping you. And then we lava axe you. GG's. Alright. Got there against the combo deck. High Noon. Such a key hate piece in the meta. You really want like 3 or 4 copies. Okay, so our final results with Edge of Eternity's Mardu standard black wizard burn was a 2 and 3, which isn't the best, but you know, for a first run through of a concept, it's not terrible. We lost to the mono green deck and to an aggressive goblins deck, so I think one thing for sure is like we could cut down on the only to face burn spells, like cut the bolt wave, maybe cut the bolt waves entirely and just replace them with, you know, burst lightnings or other stuff, that other more lightning strikes, spells that can interact with creatures. Actually, in the new set, there's a 1 mana sorcery speed lightning. It's like a rift bolt. But it can go to any target. It can does 2 damage sorcery speed for 1 red. But if a non-land permanent or something like if you revolt it basically, then it does 3 damage. So I think that card is just better than Bolt Wave. So some number of these will be swapped out for those, and this number should be trimmed down for more cheap burn spells that can kill creatures, or perhaps another white or black hard removal spell. Also, like, the mana is going to improve. That's one thing that's really cool about this. The mana gets better after rotation because we get Godless Shrine and we get Godless Shrine and Sacred Foundry. We don't get Godless Shrine and Sacred Foundry. So that means we have a lot more chance to get our land into play untapped. Probably all of these surveillance could just be straight up swapped out with shock lands, and more shock lands could be added. So the mana's going to get better. The numbers aren't quite right either. I think I'm maybe short a white source. Maybe a white and black land. Maybe another concealed courtyard, since white-black is one of the few color combinations that will retain its fast land. We should take advantage of that. Run a second one of these. So the mana needs some tweaking. The burn spells need to be modified to more carefully target creatures, and we got to use that new burn spell instead of Bolt Wave. You know, we have like no card draw in this deck either. Especially if we're going to lose our surveils, we probably want to add another, I don't know about Circle of Power. It certainly fits in with the theme of the deck because it does create a wizard, but 4 mana is probably just more than we really want to be spending on a card draw spell. I don't think we want to play more than a 1 of this card. So I could see, you know, boring options like Maze Mind Tome, something like that. I think there's a new black spell that's like a Night's Whisper. It's like a 2 mana sorcery that draws 2, so that might be worth looking into. Just another card or two to help us find the cards that we need. So yeah, cut down on the solely to face burn, add more burn that can kill creatures, add another card draw spell, fix the mana with the new lands that are going to be introduced, and I think you just we want to get in more graveyard hate. Because the FOMO decks, the Uni decks, we're trying to get by with 4 Veteran Survivors, 2 Rest in Peace, and a Strategic Betrayal. I think that's just not enough. We probably want to add Rest in Peace 3, possibly Rest in Peace number 4, cut some of this other sideboard stuff, maybe Voice of Victory, could cut one of those. But you cannot slack off in the amount of slots that you devote to hating out graveyard decks and decks that want a multi-spell. So High Noon Graveyard Hate, very, very good in the current standard. So the deck wasn't quite there, but I think it is an interesting concept. I think the deck gets better with the printing of the new cards in Edge of Eternities. So I plan on building more versions of this going forward. Actually, one other thing I want to say is I think Hazoret, I don't know, it's always a little bit harder to get max speed than I think it's going to be, because I tend to play lots of interactive spells. Like, it's easier to do it if you just like have like 8 1-drops in your deck or 12 1-drops in your deck, like 8 2-drops. So I would probably just swap out Hazoret for a second Cecil, because I think Cecil's actually very, very good. And that would be an improvement, because we boarded out Hazoret like every single time. So yeah, the concept of the deck is sound. We did win our last match with inevitable defeat, so this has got to stay in. That is not a flex slot. That is staying in. So yeah, we're within striking distance. Looking forward to building a new brew when the new cards are in the set, which is happening next week. But that's going to do it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed watching this early version of Standard Black Wizard Burn in Edge of Eternity Standard. If you did and you like off-meta MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I stream Magic Gathering on my Twitch channel every Tuesday and Friday. There's a link to my Twitch in the description if you want to come check out the action in real time. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace out, and I'll see you next time.